Hello, I'm Anne Laprie. I'm a radiation oncologist from France, and I'm very honored to interview Jean-Louis Abran today, as he's getting retired from his career of pediatric radiation oncologist this month, in September 2020. So on this occasion, we have some questions to ask you. But as first I would like to say that you started as a resident in 1975 and got involved in pediatric radiation oncology from 1986, and you spent more than 25 years at Gustave Roussy Institute in Villejuif, Paris. You were a senior physician for pediatric RT and chief of service, and the first medical director of the Proton Therapy Center in Orsay, and recently chief of the Department of Radiation Oncology and at the University of Normandy in Caen, and started the second proton therapy installation in France.
Thank you for this nice introduction. In 1980, I was at the time a resident in radiation oncology. And afterwards I had a fellowship which was first in Paris at the Gustave Roussy Institute for almost 5 years, and I ended up my fellowship at Mass General Hospital in the United States in Boston and Harvard Medical School. I was especially involved at the time in a very innovative project in radiation oncology, which was proton therapy. Boston was just considered as the mecca for this type of treatment, and really it was a wonderful time. And coming back home in '86, when I was at that time senior radiation oncologist at the Gustave Roussy Institute, I seriously considered improving our approaches in children by using protons. So in '86 I became the responsible of pediatric radiation therapy at the Gustave Roussy Institute. Then my career consisted in being assistant professor, associate professor, and full professor at the University of Paris. I was also quite involved in PSYOP. I was responsible for many radiation therapy protocols. At the time there were very few radiation oncologists in pediatrics. Quite very interesting because this was really multinational, so I met a lot of very interesting people at the time. So I was also chairman of the radiotherapy group at PSYOP before the implementation of the PROS Society, and I was also nominated as president of PSYOP in 2004. But unfortunately I was a nominee, but I was not the winner. The winner was Tim Eden at the time, a very excellent colleague and friend. Well, I'll say that initially my mentors were Daniel Sarrazin, which was responsible at Gustave Roussy of pediatric radiation oncology, also Michel Schlinger, one of the founder members of PSYOP, by the way. But I think that a milestone was a discussion I had at the time I was a resident with Odile Schwesgut, who was the chairman of the pediatric oncology department in IGR. Afterwards, of course, I had very nice colleagues, mainly those located at Gustave Roussy Institute, and I should mention, of course, the follower of Odile Schwesgut, Jean Lemerle. We had a common clinic for 15 years as well, so it was excellent, and all those involved in pediatric oncology in Gustave Roussy. Also excellent colleague from the international point of view. Very informative people like, of course, Giulio D'Angio from Philadelphia that I met very early, Marion Berger in Amsterdam, Berta Yereb, which was also at Memorial at that time and then moved to Ljubljana, Sarah Donaldson in Stanford, Modesto Carli, Padua. All those were excellent mentors. Well, no doubt for me the main contribution has been the introduction of proton therapy in the field of pediatric radiation oncology. So then, as I mentioned before, I was involved very early in proton program in Boston, and as soon as I got back home, my main interest was to introduce this wonderful technology in the field of pediatric tumors. So I'm very happy to see that the first proton therapy center in Europe dealing with pediatric tumor was the center I opened in 1991 at the University of Paris Orsay. And after that, I was lucky enough to be able to implement a second proton therapy program at the University of Normandy. And so definitely I still found this is a wonderful approach for treatment of children, and hope some further developments. To be in the same line as I mentioned before, I would favor development of particle therapy. Obviously, there are still a lot of job ahead. For example, we are knowing very little about the biology of particle therapy, and we know that proton therapy are not only ballistically interesting, but they also have some biological properties that we don't know. So some radiobiological work in this field will be necessary. Of course, development of the centers, there are something like 100 in the world, but we would need definitely more for treating all children. So this would cost a lot of money and have some technological developments like intensity modulation, arc therapy, and the use of this modern approach, which is called ultra-high dose rate radiation therapy. Ultra-high dose rate seems to spare normal tissue, so excellent in children, but unfortunately the photon machine are not able to produce very high dose rate, unlike the proton machine, which can do it. So again, a future for protons. I've been applying for a part-time at my institution following my retirement, and so I hope to help young physicians who are coming in our institution in Normandy to work with me at least for a year or so in the field of pediatric tumors. I'm also connected still with Institut Gustave Roussy, where I have my clinic of long-term survivors treated with protons, and probably will be also involved in a long-term survivorship program with the pediatric oncology community at Gustave Roussy. So a lot of exciting job ahead. I have some hobbies. My main one is the music. I've been playing clarinet since the age of 12. Made 7 years at the conservatory, so I'm very happy to be able to play wonderful classical music, some jazz as well. For example, in a few months I will play with a professional chamber orchestra in a concert hall, and the benefits will go to sick children from Gustave Roussy Institute. I'm also fond of playing golf and stargazing, making astronomy. So I would definitely consider, when I definitely retired, having golf during the day, having music in the evening, and astronomy at night. Well, definitely as far as young colleagues, yes, I will be really eager to tell them that they should be ambitious and innovative. They should not give up as far as obstacles that can be on their path.